From WBNG, your weather authority. This is 12 News This Morning.
Good morning. It's 5 o'clock and welcome to 12 News. I'm Carlene Lavelle.
And thanks for joining us this Monday morning. I'm Macy Cosmore. We're joined by Brian Schrader. Brian, we definitely have some cold in the air. Is it going to warm up today?
We are, and I don't necessarily remember Friday, but our forecast for today very similar to what we had last week. Cold start to the day, but we are going to get some sunshine. That, along with the southerly wind, temperatures will be close to or a few degrees above average. Now, you can see teens and 20s on the map this morning. We do have 21 degrees in Spencer, 25 in Binghamton, 24 in Norwich, 19 in Sydney, 18 right now in Walton. We have 17 degrees in Liberty. As far as wind speeds, they're either out of the south or the southeast at about 3 to 8 miles per hour. 7 mile per hour winds in both Ithaca and in Binghamton. Things are calm right now in Monticello. But as we look at the radar, the satellite over the northeastern U.S., very little showing up on the radar, and we are clear this morning. We do start the day out with some sunshine, but I do have partly cloudy skies by lunchtime. 25 degrees at 8 o'clock, 32 by 10 o'clock, and by lunchtime, we're at 37 degrees. Highs today climbing to near 40 degrees, but it's going to be a little windy. Winds out of the south, 10 to 20 miles per hour. I'll have the rest of your Storm Track 12 forecast in just a few minutes.
Some North Carolina residents are under a mandatory curfew this morning after 2 power substations are damaged.
So far, no word on a possible motive or who is responsible, but the FBI is involved in the investigation. John Lawrence reports.
In North Carolina, crews are working to restore power to nearly 40,000 households in the Moore County area, which have been in the dark since Saturday night. Authorities suspect a vandal or vandals damaged 2 substations at Duke Power.
I can say this individual that done this, it was targeted. It wasn't random. No group has stepped up to acknowledge or accept that they're the ones that done it. So, yeah. I call them cowards.
Duke Energy says they're working around the clock, but it could take a few days before all the necessary work is complete.
Unlike perhaps a storm where you can go in and reroute power somewhere else, that was not an option in this case, so repair has to be completed. In many cases, some of that equipment will have to be replaced.
The FBI has joined the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation in this case.
That is not done without some organization, and it is not taken lightly. So these people will be facing significant criminal sentencing if they are convicted.
Moore County officials wouldn't confirm if this act was domestic terrorism, but they vow the matter will be resolved.
And I can promise you to the perpetrators out there, we will find you.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Moore County officials and the Red Cross have opened up a shelter with a generator, bathroom, and shower facilities for residents in need.
An Internal Revenue Service Inspector General says audits of former FBI Director James Comey and former Deputy Director Andrew McCabe were random. Both Comey and McCabe were fired by former President Trump. In July, the New York Times reported the Internal Revenue Service hit Comey and McCabe with highly intensive tax audits after they were fired. Some, including Comey, suggested the audits might have been politically motivated. According to the Inspector General report, which does not mention Comey or McCabe by name, does not show misconduct by the IRS. The report did say the assessment was conducted after a July New York Times article. An attorney for Comey declined to comment on the Inspector General's report, and McCabe did not respond to a request for comment. An FBI agent has been acquitted of attempted second-degree murder in a 2020 non-fatal shooting on board a Metro train in Maryland.
The incident was caught on camera. Jay Croft reports.
We were doing some tearing up as well, because this was a very special client who never, ever, ever should have been put in this position.
You can hear the sense of relief in the voice of Robert Bonsib, attorney for FBI agent Eduardo Valdivia, soon after a Maryland jury found the law enforcement officer not guilty in the shooting of a man aboard a Metro train. A confrontation caught on camera.
And this is 100% self-defense. He was trying to save his life.
According to authorities, Valdivia was heading to work aboard a Metro Red Line train back in December of 2020 when panhandler Stephen Slaughter, in the purple shirt, confronted the FBI agent and threatened to hurt him if he did not hand over money. While there's no audio on the surveillance footage, authorities say the two exchanged words. Then Valdivia shot Slaughter twice, who did survive his injuries.
We are disappointed with the verdict, but we respect the jury verdict in this case.
Montgomery County State's Attorney John McCarthy admits this was a tough case to prosecute, but one he believed in since it was Valdivia who ultimately chose to use extreme force.
The victim was unarmed. He never touched the defendant, as you can see from the video.
Agent Valdivia, who worked in domestic terrorism for the federal government, has spent the last couple of years in limbo.
It's 2 years of a life that he can't get back.
His attorney stressing that public service continues to be a core part of his client's life.
He's still an agent. He's going to go back and do what he's always done.
The man Valdivia shot is currently incarcerated.
In Chenango County now, the community is reeling in the Christmas spirit. On Sunday, the Chenango County Historical Society and Museum hosted its annual holiday open house. Arts, cookies, books, and more were on display as the community filled the home to celebrate the holiday tradition. Author Susan Bloom, writer of Small Sculptures, was also in attendance. The Historical Society says this is just one of the ways the community can learn more about its history, culture, and heritage.
So we're always looking for new and unique ways to share and celebrate the holidays, and the holiday open house here at the Historical Society is definitely one of those ways to do it.
The Historical Society is also hosting its annual Parade of Trees for the first time since the pandemic, where community organizations can decorate trees to be voted on in a competition.
Looking ahead to some events happening around the Southern Tier, Truth Farms Comfort Club facilitators are excited to be hosting a memorial ornament making session and would like to invite you to come and make a memorial ornament for the holiday season. The workshop is open to everyone, including children who have lost a loved one to substance use related causes. Facilitators ask that you please bring your favorite photo of your loved one, and Truth Farm will supply additional materials. The event will take place between 6 and 8 p.m. tomorrow night at 49 Pine Street in Binghamton. For more information, head to Truth Farms Facebook page.
Amazon is hosting an in-person hiring event tomorrow in Broome County between 10 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. The event will take place at Amazon's recruiting office distribution center in Conklin. Positions are being offered with a starting pay of $16 an hour, a range of benefits and opportunities for career advancement. To learn more about the event or to apply online if you cannot attend, head to amazon.com/apply now. The time is now 5:08.
And coming up next, 9 months after the invasion of Ukraine, Vladimir Putin is now being accused of weaponizing the weather.
But first, here is a live look outside across downtown Binghamton. Let's send it over to Brian for a check on the weather.
Yeah, average low this time of the year is around 25 degrees. We are waking up to 20s and teens this morning, so seasonably cold to start your Monday. 21 in Spencer, 23 in Appalachian, Sherburne at 28 degrees. We have 19 in Sydney, 18 in Margaretville. Part of the reason for that, I'm going to say southerly or southeasterly winds at about 3 to 8 miles per hour, but skies are clear this morning. With that, we are going to have some early sunshine. 25 degrees at 8 o'clock, 32 by 10 o'clock. I do put a few more clouds into the forecast by lunchtime, 37 degrees, but with that south wind, temperatures highs today climbing to near 40 degrees. Enjoy that dry time, enjoy that sunshine. Rain and showers are in the Storm Track 12 forecast.